Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now. The Conclave is destroyed. Everyone who attended is dead. Except for you.
You think I'm responsible?
Explain this.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I don't know what that is, or how it got there.
You're lying!
We need him, Cassandra.
Whatever you think I did, I'm innocent.
Do you remember what happened? How this began?
I remember running. Things were chasing me, and then... a woman.
A woman?
She reached out to me. But then...
Go to the Ford camp, Liliana. I will take him to the rift.
What did happen?
It will be easier to show you. It's a massive rift into the world of demons that grows larger with each passing hour. It's not the only such rift, just the largest. All were caused by the explosion at the Conclave.
An explosion can do that?
This one did. Unless we act, the breach may grow until it swallows the world. Each time the breach expands, your mark spreads, and it is killing you. It may be the key to stopping this, but there isn't much time.
You say it may be the key. To doing what?
Closing the breach. Whether that's possible is something we shall discover shortly. It is our only chance, however. And yours.
You still think I did this? To myself?
Not intentionally. Something clearly went wrong.
And if I'm not responsible?
Someone is, and you are our only suspect. You wish to prove your innocence? This is the only way.
So I don't really have a choice about this.
None of us has a choice. They have decided your guilt. They need it. The people of Haven mourn our most holy, divine Justinia, head of the Chantry. The Conclave was hers. It was a chance for peace between mages and Templars. She brought their leaders together. Now they are dead. We lash out like the sky, but we must think beyond ourselves, as she did. Until the breach is sealed. There will be a trial. I can promise no more. Come. It is not far.
Where are you taking me?
Your mark must be tested on something smaller than the breach. Open the gate. We are heading into the valley. pulses are coming faster now. The larger the breach grows, the more rifts appear, the more demons we face.
How did I survive the blast?
They said you stepped out of a rift, then fell unconscious. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was. Everything farther in the valley was laid waste, including the Temple of Sacred Ashes. I suppose Stay behind me!
It's over.
Drop your weapon. Now!
If you're going to lead me through a demon-infested valley, you'll have to trust me.
Give me one reason to trust you.
Because my life is on the line.
You're right. I cannot protect you. And I cannot expect you to be defenseless. I should remember you did not attempt to run. Take these potions. Maker knows what we will face.
Where? All your soldiers?
At the forward camp, or fighting. We are on our own for now. Watch out! If we flank them, we may gain the advantage. Make it take you! Up on the hill. It attacks from a distance. getting close to the rift. You can hear the fighting.
Who's fighting?
You'll see soon. We must help them.
Before more come through! What did you do?
I did nothing. The credit is yours.
At least this is good for something.
Whatever magic opened the breach in the sky also placed that mark upon your hand. I theorized the mark might be able to close the rifts that have opened in the breach's wake. And it seems I was correct.
Meaning it could also close the breach itself.
Possibly. It seems you hold the key to our salvation.
Good to know. Here I thought we'd be ass-deep in demons forever. Varric Tethras, rogue, storyteller, and occasionally unwelcome tag-along.
Are you with the Chantry, or...?
Was that a serious question?
Technically, I'm a prisoner, just like you.
I brought you here to tell your story to the Divine. Clearly, that is no longer necessary.
Yet, here I am. Lucky for you, considering current events.
So I closed the rift. What now?
Now we go to meet Leliana.
What a great idea!
Absolutely not. Your help is appreciated, Varric, but...
Have you been in the valley lately, Seeker? Your soldiers aren't in control anymore. You need me.
Ugh.
My name is Solus, if there are to be introductions. I am pleased to see you still live.
He means I kept that mark from killing you while you slept.
You seem to know a great deal about it all.
Solus is an apostate, well-versed in such matters.
Technically, all mages are now apostates, Cassandra. My travels have allowed me to learn much of the Fade, far beyond the experience of any Circle mage. I came to offer whatever help I can give with the breach. If it is not closed, we are all doomed regardless of origin.
I had less choice in volunteering to help.
Cassandra, you should know, the magic involved here is unlike any I've seen. Your prisoner is no mage. Indeed, I find it difficult to imagine any mage having such power.
Understood. We must get to the forward camp quickly.
Well... Bianca's excited.
This way, down the bank. The road ahead is blocked.
We must move quickly. demons!
Red. Glad you brought me now, Seeker? So let me guess. Fellow surface dwarf, maybe part of the Carta?
What makes you say that?
I can tell a proper Orzammar dwarf from 20 paces. Also, you have that shifty smuggler look to you.
I'm not the only one with a shifty smuggler look.
Varric did not destroy the Conclave.
That you know of. We shifty smuggler types can be tricky.
I know it's difficult, but we must keep moving.
So, are you innocent?
I don't remember what happened.
That'll get you every time. Should have spun a story.
That's what you would have done.
It's more believable, and less prone to result in premature execution.
I hope Liliana made it through all this.
She's resourceful, Seeker.
We will see for ourselves at the forward camp. We're almost there.
Another rift!
We must seal it! Quickly!
They keep coming! Help us!
Rift is gone. Open the gate.
Right away, Lady Cassandra.
We are clear for the moment. Well done.
Whatever that thing on your hand is, it's useful.
Here they come.
You made it. Chancellor Roderick, this is...
I know who he is. As Grand Chancellor of the Chantry, I hereby order you to take this criminal to Val Royeaux to face execution.
Order me? You are a glorified clerk, a bureaucrat.
And you are a thug, but a thug who supposedly serves the Chantry.
We serve the most holy, Chancellor. As you well know.
Justinia is dead! We must elect a replacement and obey her orders on the matter.
So none of you are actually in charge here?
You killed everyone who was in charge! Call a retreat, Seeker. Our position here is hopeless.
We can stop this before it's too late.
How? You won't survive long enough to reach the temple, even with all your soldiers.
We must get to the temple. It's the quickest route.
But not the safest. Our forces can charge as a distraction while we go through the mountains.
We lost contact with an entire squad on that path. It's too risky.
Listen to me. Abandon this now, before more lives are lost.
How do you think we should proceed?
Now you're asking me what I think?
You have the mark.
And you are the one we must keep alive. Since we cannot agree on our own...
Use the mountain path. Work together. You all know what's at stake.
Liliana, bring everyone left in the valley. Everyone.
On your head be the consequences, Seeker.
tunnel should be just ahead. The path to the temple lies just beyond it.
manner of tunnel is this? A mine?
Part of an old mining complex. These mountains are full of such paths.
And your missing soldiers are in there somewhere?
Along with whatever has detained them.
We shall see soon enough.
soldiers.
That cannot be all of them.
Oh, the others could be holed up ahead.
Our priority must be the breach. Unless we seal it soon, no one is safe.
That's a task for the other dwarf in our party.
Lady Cassandra!
Lieutenant, you're alive!
Just barely.
Sealed, as before. You are becoming quite proficient at this.
Let's hope it works on the big one.
Thank the Maker you finally arrived, Lady Cassandra. I don't think we could have held out much longer.
Thank our prisoner, Lieutenant. He insisted we come this way.
The prisoner? Then you...
We have to get to the breach, and quickly.
to the breach? I don't...
The way into the valley behind us is clear for the moment. Go, while you still can.
At once. Quickly, let's move!
The path ahead appears to be clear of demons as well.
Let's hurry before that changes. Down the ladder. That's the way to the temple.
If enough magic is brought to bear, it is possible.
But there are easier ways to make things explode.
That is true.
We will consider how this happened once the immediate danger is past.
Temple of Sacred Ashes.
What's left of it?
That is where you walked out of the Fade, and our soldiers found you. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was.
You're here. Thank the Maker.
Liliana, have your men take up positions around the temple. This is your chance to end this. Are you ready?
I'm assuming you have a plan to get me up there.
No. This rift was the first, and it is the key. Seal it, and perhaps we seal the breach.
Then let's find a way down. And be careful.
Now is the hour of our victory. Bring forth the sacrifice.
What are we hearing?
At a guess, the person who created the breach.
Hello?
Hey, bro.
How's it going, man?
Pretty good. You can't wait to see the movie tonight.
I see it, Varric.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
What's it doing
Alright.
Magic could have drawn on Lyrium beneath the
Actually,
so
technically this will be my second time seeing it, because I went to see it with Dad over the weekend, but it is worth seeing twice.
How is it technically your second time seeing it?
How is it not?
It would just be your second time
It's
seeing
just my second time seeing it.
it. When you say, I'm like, oh, I wonder what's going to be the technicality. I'm like, oh.
It's like, well, technically, I was struck blind for the duration of the first viewing, so I didn't see
Oh, okay,
it.
that was. Oh, you heard it. Man, I'm fucking retarded, dude.
Why?
It was like a person I was talking to. He was like, "Oh, did you want to hang out today? Like on Wednesday?" Like he actively said on Wednesday, and I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds good." I'm like, "I've been made plans to see Shazam. Why did I think that sounded good? I'm supposed to be smart, dude."
Dude, I forget about that type of shit all the fucking time. See, for me, it's especially stupid because I don't have any kind of social life, so if I schedule two things on the same day, then, like, the odds of that are fucking astronomical. Like, for you, it's a little more understandable, because you, like, have other friends that you hang out with and shit.
I don't have a social
What's going on here?
Oh, but come on, like,
We have an
it's
intruder.
okay. I just canceled.
Play that war.
But I don't know. Supposed to be smart, and
You were there.
Dude, it's okay.
Who attacked? And
If
the
it makes you
divine
feel any
is
better,
here.
I never thought you were that
Was
smart.
this vision true? What are we seeing?
I'm one of the smartest in the group. But if that's what you feel, then I mean,
Knows of what happened here.
that's as if that's the time.
Fate bleeds.
Any
And
man
you
who
can
must
only
say
grasp-
he is king
This
is no
rift
king.
not sealed, but it is closed, albeit temporarily.
I was
I
just
believe
like,
to
if
put the mark,
that's how
the
much
rift
your
can be
mentality
opened,
can grasp, then by all
sealed
means.
properly and safely.
It's not my
However,
fault if you
opening
cannot
the rift
comprehend the
will likely
magnificence
attract
of my
attention from
spells.
the other side.
That means demons. Stand ready.
You stupid cursed fool.
I need one. I need more souls. Yes, fool.
Dude,
My
I'm
favorite
playing.
thing.
Oh, continue.
There you go.
I'm playing. I decided to finally get over my own stupidness and play Dragon Age Inquisition again, and actually stick with it this time. And I was like, alright, what's the most stupid fun thing I could do for this file? So I made Dwarf Wesker, the rogue.
He's a dwarf?
He's Dwarf Wesker the rogue now.
We must strip its defenses, wear it down.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Dwarf
dude,
Wesker
it's
the
awesome.
rogue.
It's very awesome.
Good.
Ow, fucker. Supposed to do something else to weaken it? Yeah, but, so I've restarted a new file, and it's already fucking hilarious. Every cutscene with Dwarf Wesker in it is fucking hilarious.
Oh, coming through the rift.
Ow.
Man, I really should get up to start clearing my room.
Yeah, or you could just not. I see you didn't really have any counter argument. Yeah, Jesse was supposed to come over earlier today to hang out, and she like just left.
Yeah,
from Sacramento. Oh well, it means I get to play more Dragon Age.
Yeah. And I'm just like, oh well, I was supposed to be in American Canyon at 6, which means I was probably gonna have to leave at like 4:30 because of all the stupid traffic. But I'm not doing that anymore. So, Vallejo.
What is American Canyon? Like, what are you going there for?
It's a city.
Oh, okay. What you going to American Canyon?
That's all. I was originally supposed to hang out with someone, but now like
Dude, you got super muffled there for a second. I couldn't hear anything.
Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
No, I think the mic was like under my armpit. What I was saying is, I accidentally planned 2 things on the same day.
Okay.
Yeah, but and I was originally supposed to go to American Canyon to hang out, but obviously it takes precedent.
Hell yeah. Did you buy your ticket ahead of time, by the way?
What, excuse me?
Did you buy your ticket for the movie?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That would suck if we all get there and we're like, yeah, I can't wait to see this movie. It's like, I'm sorry, you were sitting in the very front corner seat of this giant screen theater.
The worst seat possible.
Yeah.
You are the front corner seat. Good lord, those are your ugly view. It was funny, I was just like, oh, Kevin's on. Oh, bitch to Kevin. I didn't respond, I was like, Kevin doesn't like me.
I know you're awake, I swear.
Yeah, it's like, I was playing this game for like 30 minutes or whatever, and I was like, okay, I need to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, then I decided I needed to shave, so I shaved. Then I came back out and I went and talked to Dad, and then Jessie called and I was talking to her, and then I had to make another phone call after that, and this game was just sitting paused for like an hour. And I saw your text and I was like, oh no. I left him hanging.
The hell is that?
I'm a bad friend.
Sheldon I recently fallen in love with his Trailer Park Boys.
Is this another prison?
Oh my fucking god, that stupid fucking show.
I mean, I don't think so.
That is one of those. That's one of those shows that I watched the entire thing and I still don't know if I like it or not.
Your forgiveness and your blessing. I am but a humble servant.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Back in Haven.
I just one time in college, I don't know if I watched all the extra shit that they added, like movies and shit, but I watched all the whole show. Like I just clicked play on Netflix or Hulu or whatever it was on in college, and just over the course of like a week, I just watched the whole thing.
I still don't know if you like it.
This show's fucking stupid, but I laugh sometimes.
I have to like stimmy my laughter, cause like I'm watching it like at 3 a.m. and I don't want to wake up the house.
It's like, it's one of those things, it doesn't even, it's not like a laugh out loud show most of the time, it's just like a bunch of weird shit happening, and you're just kind of like fascinated and watching.
It appeals to my fancy, like, I enjoy it. I think the characters are all pretty well written, and I think the actors do a damn good job. Like, I legit think all the characters are, like, well written, and the actors do a damn job bringing those characters to life. I'm like, oh, they're all lovable in their own way.
Yeah, they are.
Obviously, my favorite is Randy, and then after that, like, is a close after that, Bubbles.
Bubbles is probably my favorite. I like Bubbles, and I like Sheriff Lee.
So we're in the same, like, we're in the same. It's like Bubbles and Randy. God,
wait,
I was just like.
Wait, is Randy is that the guy who just never wears a shirt and has like a huge pot belly?
Yeah. I was just like, it's a good thing I don't live out there. I would just be hitting on him all the time.
Well, they kept implying he was a prostitute, so I guess that would have worked for you.
It was cool to find out he was gay, though. Well, bye.
Yeah.
So a trial happens now, I suppose.
They just seemed like they didn't have many rules.
Yeah. God, it killed me. So I watched the animated series first.
What?
Which is technically,
which is animated series?
Yeah, and that's technically season 13.
The fuck? There's 12 seasons? I'm starting to think I didn't watch it all. Have they kept making it? Because maybe I watched all that there was at the time.
So
like, it was multiple years ago.
Yeah, dude. So you got out of college like 2013, right?
I graduated in 2015. I want you to do the math based on our high school graduation.
I'm sorry. I thought you were smart. I thought Mr.
I'm sorry. I didn't graduate from UC like in 2 years.
I'm sorry. I thought you were a genius.
I'm sorry. I didn't take 8 classes per quarter.
I'm sorry I didn't take 8 classes per quarter and not end up committing suicide.
That part I actually am sorry about.
Fucking, yeah, dude, there's like, I think you were done at season 7, and there's 5 more seasons after that.
Jesus Christ.
Because
I would have guessed I watched 4 or 5. I don't even know if it was senior year, actually, so...
Because they started making more at 2014. Like, the 3 main actors bought the rights to the show, and got all the other actors and stuff back, and everyone just resumed their roles and just continued the stories.
Nice. Okay, yeah, so the 7th and final season of the original run was in 2007. So yeah, I must have watched those 7 seasons.
I gotta find time to watch the movies. I'm just like, okay, when did the movie? I gotta find out like when did every movie come out. So.
Oh, do you know what's a movie kind of a similar style of comedy to that show? Movies I'd never watched but I'd heard was good was Super Troopers. You ever seen that?
I think I've heard of it.
It was actually pretty goddamn funny. I enjoyed that. I watched both the first and the second. They're both pretty funny. Like, very stupid and, like, it's, like, very much like it feels like a sketch comedy group. It is a sketch comedy group that made a movie, and it feels like it. Oh, hang on. Chris is calling. Hello?
Okay.
Yeah, what's up, man?
How are you?
I am good. I'm just chilling with Mario on PlayStation.
Oh, nice. Jesse's not there yet?
No, she left kind of late. She's not going to get here for like another 45 minutes.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, when she gets there, are you guys gonna head out here, or like, were you guys gonna head out in time until you're here a little later, like before the movie? Did you want to grab some dinner beforehand? Grace and I are asking.
I will ask her about that. Originally, the plan was she wanted to watch the start of the Sharks game since it's their first playoff game. And then, so our original plan was we were gonna get there like pretty much right before the movie. But I will see if she wants to get dinner with you guys instead when she gets here.
No problem.
So yeah.
I will now call Mario and ask you, is Mario coming?
Tell him not to call me.
Mario says don't call him.
I hate phone calls.
He is coming, but he hates phone calls.
Oh, but I was gonna call him to ask him if he wanted us to pick him up, so he can be my A, carpool, and also B, company when dropping Grace off home.
Did you
tell
hear
him I'll
that,
do the latter? Yeah, tell him to call me.
You was like, tell him tell him to call me.
Fucker, alright,
bye. So fucking stupid.
You made me call you. What would you like? After the movie, I am down to hang out with you and Grace while you drop her off. I'm totally down for that one. The first one is Taryn's gonna drive out here later on and pick me up. All right. I don't know how long I'll be on. Probably as long as Kevin's on, or longer, or not. I mean, it's a nice day. I should go out and just walk around outside. I don't know. See, this is why I don't like phone calls. You call me with all these questions and you just fuck me up. What's up? I told you I play too much Shadowverse to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Not to mention that game is just, my mind is too expansive, and that game just limits me, and I just cannot be limited. I just cannot.
That's him. He stopped the breach from getting any bigger. I heard it. Blessings upon you, Herald and
I'm sorry, continue. Sounds like it. I am definitely looking forward to seeing you and Grace tonight at the movie. Ooh, that's kick-ass. Honestly, those.
I do not believe he is guilty.
The Shazam shirts are really fucking awesome. Oh god, that'd be. Oh fuck.
Still in the sky. For all you know,
yeah.
he intended it this way.
I do not believe that.
I haven't even been watching the trailers.
Your duty is to serve the Chantry.
Thank you.
Duty is to serve
It's gonna be a good time.
The Chantry was founded, Chancellor. As
Oh.
yours.
I'll consider reading an entire book before a movie. No, I still want to read it.
Him. I want him prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Disregard that and leave us.
All right. See you in a bit.
You walk a
I hate
dangerous
getting
line.
phone calls.
The breach is
But you
stable,
called
but it
him.
is still a threat. I
Yeah,
will
that way I
not
can have
ignore
some
it.
power in that. You know, like when the cancer victim won't cut their own hair off before the chemotherapy claims it.
Is that really the first analogy that comes to your brain? That's where
Is
you
that-
had
but
to
that
go
makes-
with that.
That made sense though, right?
It
That was a
made
great
so much
analogy.
sense. That's what's so infuriating.
I strive for optimality.
That's actually a very good analogy.
So the Sharks are the hockey team?
Yes, the San Jose Sharks.
That's cool. I didn't
It's
know
their first
Jessica
playoff
liked.
game.
I didn't know Jessica liked hockey.
God damn it.
It was just like, just like, oh, do you mean the? I mean, Jesse's like, I don't want to accidentally actually call it that. It was Jesse's like, oh, do you mean the Minecraft my retarded 10-year-old nephew plays? And I was just like, oh, Jessica, you're absolutely cruel. Oh, very blue.
She's not a fucking Downton Abbey character, neither are you. Actually, scratch that. She isn't. You're close.
Oh, Jessica, darling.
You know what? She can be a Downton Abbey character sometimes too. Now that I think about it. God damn, you two need to hang out more. You'd get along.
I'm like kind of like sad that we don't get to hang out. I was just like, oh, you guys have really cool girlfriends.
Yeah, you should get one.
You should try it sometime.
Let me guess.
And I was actually on slight serious talk mode. I was actually talking to Dylan yesterday, where I was just like, I feel like a certain criteria when I get like a significant other is that they can bounce well with the group. Like I was explaining that, like, okay, so like all the guys and all the girls, none of them are just like, oh, like every time Jessie comes over, she's like just talks to Kevin and talks to everybody through Kevin. Like, you know, like you've seen that type of relationship where it's like, oh, she's only here because Kevin's here.
Yeah.
And she doesn't really talk to anybody. She just talks to Kevin, or she'll whisper something to Kevin.
Every other girlfriend Dylan's ever had. Sorry. Clear my throat there.
I had to clear my throat there. But like everybody bounces off of everybody. It's like a matrix. Like literally, like no one is just talking to one person.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's like really like, I think that's really cool. Like, I enjoy that dynamic. So I was just, you know, I never want to have like a significant other who's just like hiding behind me and just talking just to me. And like but at the same time, I was talking to Dylan. I'm like, I shouldn't technically have that as a criteria, right? Like, it's like fucked up criteria.
It's something you can think about, but it's not. It shouldn't be like the deciding factor.
Like, yeah, I'm like, I don't want to have Spice Girls if you want to be my lover as a criteria for.
Yeah, God forbid. But I mean, like, there's tons of real adult things where the wife doesn't like the group of friends or vice versa, and it doesn't have to, like, be a deciding factor. Like, it can just be a thing. Where it's like, oh yeah, we don't really, we don't get along with Tomorrow's boyfriend very well. Oh well. Like, they're not attached at the hip. We don't have to hang out with both of them at the same time every time.
Get along with them. Here's what we're all talking about. Is like, I support Trump. Oh, okay. Like, you know, that's your prerogative. Like, no one asked. We weren't even talking politics. Yeah. How it was warranted was beyond us.
So, no, but, you don't understand. I really support Trump.
It was like, okay, well, the majority of the group is white, so I don't know about that. Like,
so
if
logically,
that's
we should like this man.
5 minutes ago, you wanted me dead, and now I'm your savior.
I was wrong.
And yeah, it was like, it was funny. Cause I was just, yeah, I was telling, I was like, yeah, like I was excited about Nate because I could see him bouncing off of everybody, like, pretty well. And I thought he was perfect, except the point where he wasn't.
This is not for you to decide.
That's always the rough part, the part where they're not.
You know what this is, Chancellor. A writ from the Divine, granting us the authority to act.
Oh, in the recent DBZ Abridged episode, it was just like, oh yeah, like me and Mr. Popo did like this crazy drug, and the day was very productive until it wasn't.
Have you watched their Hellsing Ultimate Abridged?
This is the
No, I've never even seen that anime.
I never have either. But I felt like watching their Abridged anyway. It was pretty goddamn funny.
Really?
Actually, they did. It's really good.
We have no leader.
And you've never even seen the anime?
No, I have no idea about it. I have no idea about any of these characters, but like it stands on its own.
So wouldn't like certain jokes go over your head?
I mean, some of them probably did, but it's still like enjoyable on its own, even not knowing.
I'll give it a try.
Yeah, I'd recommend it.
You're trying to start a holy war.
We are already at war. You are already involved.
Going back to Trailer Park Boys, it's awesome.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah, I was watching Arrested Development before then. I was making some leeway. I was like watching like 2 episodes a day or every other day. And then Trailer Park Boys came on, and all of a sudden I'm watching like 4 episodes. Like I just got to season 3.
They laid down their banner and formed the
Very
Templar
nice.
Order. But the
Yeah, man, I was like, I could dive back into that show, but I'm sure there's so many crucial plot developments I may have forgotten. I might have to start over.
But aren't you still part of the charge?
Last night, it's just like, Bubbles is just like, I'm driving a truck with a bunch of dope and guns. Like, could I go to jail for a long time? It's just like, no, they'll just give you a slap on the wrist. It's just like, is that a kitty in the road? Oh my god! And then like the next scene is just like the trailer's on fire, upside down, the car is upside down, like the kitty is okay.
Dude, his like obsession with cats and kittens is adorable.
Yeah. I just love his character.
I think one of my favorite things about that show is that it spawned my all-time favorite, or one of my all-time favorite Monster Hunter memes, where there's like a scene of, I don't remember exactly the context in the show, but it's a screenshot from the show, and they Photoshop the face of the hunter on one guy and the face of Basil Goose on the other guy, and he's just giving him money, and he's like, I'm gonna pay you $100 to fuck off.
Fucking Julian. Fucking Ricky. God, and I'm like, oh wow, like the reason I like the show is because I'm like, I actually like all the characters. Like I'm just like, this character's on the screen. This is a this is a welcome thing. There has yet to be a character where I'm just like, oh my god.
We can also help.
Yeah, I don't remember any that I like actively disliked. They're all either neutral or great.
Yeah. Sam Lasco, like, yeah. I almost didn't like him, but then he became kind of funny.
Who?
Sam Lasco, the guy who was trying to become park supervisor.
I don't even remember.
But
him.
yeah. But anyway, like when he was gonna do his speech, they laced one of his hot dogs with with
see how this goes.
shrooms.
That is all we ask.
Help us fix this before it's too late.
And so he fucked his speech up. Yeah, right. It was just, and I was just like, okay, like he became funny after that. And then obviously I love Leahy and Randy.
Yeah.
I love their relationship. It's so cute. It's so adorable.
It's like so bizarre but like wholesome at the same time.
Yeah, like it's definitely bizarre, but it's so wholesome.
Like, they did a good job of getting these characters that are complete fucking weirdos, but also feel like real people. Like, it doesn't feel like, oh, let's make up a crazy person for TV. Like, it feels like they knew these people in real life and made characters based off them.
I could kind of do without Barbara, but I mean, she has to be there.
Yeah, you gotta have someone that's at least kind of straight-laced.
You have to, though. Like, I'm just like,
a little bit.
In the animated series, there's this one point where she like goes out with a black dude, like a black cowboy, and at the end of the episode, like he found out to be evil. And they're like, they're like, oh, at the end of the episode, they're like, oh, like, fuck off. And I was like, oh, finally, like, people aren't, like, because I keep seeing things where people are afraid to, like, hit African Americans in, like, an antagonizing part. Like, because they don't, like, these days, they don't want to, trigger a bunch of people.
Yeah, a black person has to be a noble, good person.
I was just like, come on now, we can do many roles. Let's go back to the good old days where we were the bad. Steal your daughter. Fucking the whitest kids you know. It's just like, hey you guys, it's Black's night. Blacks drink half off. Lock your doors and hide your daughters. It's Black's night. Yeah. No, sir. No, sir, we're not racist. Now go enjoy your half-off drink.
Oh, that's so fucking great.
You don't see the women complaining when it's women's night and women drink half off.
What's the difference? There's no difference.
Those guys are geniuses.
Oh.
I never really watched Civil War and Drugs, so that looked kind of stupid.
I watched a little bit of it. It was kind of stupid. Nothing special. Oh, ooh, I could get a parry. I like parries. Dude, I'm having a problem that I'm not used to in these games where like I'm looking at the skill trees and I'm like, I want all of these. I want every single one of these. Fucking poison weapons? That's sick. Alright, let's look at it this way. What do I want to work towards? Fuck it, I like having a parry. You alright?
Yeah, I just like, I should get off there. You will Sorry, excuse me. I said I should get.
Get up
I
and do a
should get
little
up and
cleaning.
do a little bit of cleaning. Probably,
Luckily, I
honestly,
speak, lazy asshole.
do some cleaning. Do some practice some Onio because that's a game I gotta actually practice a lot.
I can believe it.
Yeah, and I chose to use the second hardest character in the roster of 20.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What made you pick that character?
He looked cool. He looked all edgelordy.
I love it. He looked like he was
I,
crawling in his skin.
Yeah, he's completely not like.
Some wounds that
and
will
also,
not heal.
He totally has wounds that cannot heal. And there's actually another character who fits like what I would like more, but I kind of like enjoy the challenge of playing him. And but he's actually a character. He's not a character who was like, oh, let me just play with friends every so often. I'll play him and I'll eventually get good. No. He's just like in Street Fighter, Jury, like that kind of character.
I think your mic's trapped again. I can't hear you.
Goddamn armpit. Can you hear me?
Yeah, blame the armpit. Yes, I can hear you.
Cause it falls in my armpit crevice. The way I've laid down, the way everything's situated. But yeah, I gotta actually dedicate
Inquisition quartermaster.
time to practicing with
I'm
them.
doing what I can to supply this mess. If you find what I need to fill one of my
That's
requisitions,
all.
I'd appreciate you bringing it in.
Good to get that practice time, man.
What do you do here?
I make sure the Inquisition troops have food in their bellies and iron. Both are important. Look, turns out heroes need to dig the
Oh, yeah, by the way, the reason I decided to start playing Dragon Age Inquisition is because I was playing Sekiro on New Game Plus, and it's actually way fucking harder on New Game Plus in like every way. And I was fighting an enemy that like it gave me a lot of trouble the first time through until I finally got it and I beat them. And then when I fought the enemy with the same moveset later in the game, I just kicked their ass because I knew the pattern now. And I was like, yeah, great. Then I was fighting the same enemy again on New Game Plus, and they were just absolutely destroying me. And like it's because the New Game Plus adds a thing where if you don't perfect time like deflect every block, it does massive chip damage.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I remember,
this guy's.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, I'm getting a call back. I'll talk to you in a second.
Yeah.
Hello. This is his son Kevin. Oh, hi. Thank you for returning the call. Yeah, we were calling to try and schedule appointments for Thomas for physical therapy. He was recommended by the speech therapist to sign up for that as well. Is there anything on Tuesday? That's when he has a speech therapy, so it'd be super convenient if we could do it on the same day. That would be perfect. Yeah, text would be fine. Hello, Tuesday, May 7th at 3:30. Got it. Alright, thank you. Alright, bye. Okay, I'm back. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Sekiro. Basically, this mini boss, in New Game Plus, his basic 3-hit combo, if you did not perfect deflect the attack, it would kill you through blocking, through the chip damage alone. And he also had a grab attack that if you didn't dodge it, it would 1-hit kill you. And it's like, I fought him for like half an hour and just kept dying. And I was sitting there, it's like, you know, I'm not having fun right now. This does not feel fun anymore. Fuck this. So I stopped playing.
That makes sense. At one point, like, it could only be so difficult.
Yeah. It's like, it's a tough balance with difficulty. It's like fun difficulty versus annoying difficulty, you know? And the new game, I thought new game had a very good balance. Like sometimes it would slip into the not fun difficulty, but most of the time it was fun difficulty. And New Game Plus is kind of just not fun difficulty. More often than not.
Oh, fuck. Fuck. Oh, frig.
Fucking, god damn it.
Alright. Put something in the tummy. And just pick up trash here and there. So good. Simple, right?
It sounds simple in theory.
But in practice.
Redwood Highway.
Oh.
Alright. Oh yeah, so I think since I'm off my dad's insurance now, I switched. I'm on Medi-Cal, and I had to switch to a new like healthcare system, and I think there was a bit of a mix-up when I switched over with them because I got a call the other day. It's like, hey, we see that it's time for you to get a Pap smear test to screen for cervical cancer. Every woman under over a certain age should get this test every year.
Oh no, Kevin.
Like, I don't
Get your vagina checked, Kevin.
I don't think I have a cervix to get cervical cancer in.
Oh, of course you don't. Guys don't have that, Kevin. I knew that.
See, I thought so. I could have been wrong. I'm not very familiar with anatomy, but I'm glad you can confirm this.
You can confirm that I do not have a vagina. So did you accidentally check the box for female?
I don't think so. I mean, I had an actual in-person doctor appointment. They know I'm not. Although I guess they can't assume these days. Like these days, someone can have an Adam's apple and a cervix. You never know.
He would just say, "Oh, I checked his penis. It was so small. I just assumed he was a transgender person." Roasted.
Fucker.
Roasted.
Oh man. So I saw this post. This girl who has like crazy long hair, like down to her waist. Like super long red hair, and then it's like the before and after she had it cut, and it's like she donated 30 inches of her hair to make wigs for children with cancer. And then the first comment was, now some poor kid has to be on a ginger on top of having cancer.
Grand Slam. I'll have to be a ginger.
Logain MacTeer betrayed the Grey Wardens and his king.
Were you there at Ostigard? I was. King Kalen overextended his position, and the Grey Wardens were too late lighting
I like in the review. I mean,
following the original plan would have gotten everyone killed.
In the Dragon Ball Z bridge, is that they 18 looked at Android 16 and say, I'm pretty sure I can make a ginger joke here, but that's beneath me.
What did you mean when you mentioned requisitions?
I'm making this Inquisition run with what we have.
Yeah, there's a soulless ginger joke to be made here. But that's
thin on materials.
Yeah.
So I've put up a requisition list for anything.
So, a soulless ginger robot.
You find some iron and a good logging site.
Why did he make a clown android?
If I have material
I'm pretty sure there's some scientific advantage to building a
Building a fat robot. For the life of me, I
fat-
can't think of what it is.
I'm sure there's some practical advantage to building a fat robot.
Dude, I love the part where it's like, wait a minute, you turned yourself into an android? How did you even do that? Well, it's simple. I simply removed my brain and put it into this mechanical body. Wait, how did I do that?
Oh, wait. It's easy. I'm pretty sure you just...
Thanks for checking anyway.
I hope that before we die, they make brain transferring surgery, like, they perfect it.
Yes, dude. Then we can finally recreate my favorite movie, Get Out.
If the Inquisition can afford
You know how long I've waited for this day.
Well, you like basketball, so that makes sense for you.
Yeah, dude, imagine taking the fundamentals and the skills that I have now, putting them in the prime athletic body of a black man.
you couldn't even say that seriously. You can legit say that.
Imagine what power I would have with more fast twitch muscle fibers.
Is that what we have?
It's one of those things that's like kind of scientifically correct, but also super racist. That black people tend to have a higher proportion of fast twitch muscle fibers, which allows them to be better at sports like basketball. It's like, I don't actually know, I think it's been disproven, or at least like it's not actually a universal thing, but like it's like one of the best little catchphrases for someone that's trying not to sound racist, but it's actually being super racist.
I'm not being racist, I'm just scientific.
Yeah.
Okay, time to slowly but surely clean up. I'll just talk to you while I'm doing this.
I just wish I knew what it was.
You're gonna hear a
How
lot
I
of
got
that
it.
though.
We will find out. What's important is that your mark is
Just
now
discontent
stable, as
size.
is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The
I
same
don't have
level
some great
of power
Gatorade
used to
here
open
somewhere.
the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
Kevin,
Yes?
it's under my bed.
Just pretend a guy you like is coming over and he's disgusted by the filthy way you live.
Okay. He can get over it.
If this relationship is going to last, he's going to have to get used to this.
It can't be helped, Kevin. I'm a dude. Gay or straight.
Clearly,
I'm a
you
dude.
have something in mind.
My God-given right to live this way.
Just because you're gay doesn't mean you have to be a fag about this.
May I present Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition forces.
Such as they
Did you play Dragon Age
We lost
Inquisition?
many soldiers
Yeah, I just didn't beat it.
many more
Oh, okay.
This is Lady Josephine.
I got massively spoiled on the game.
ambassador-
I was reading an article about the development of Dragon Age 4 and how fucked
And
up
of course,
BioWare's
Sister
internal
Liliana.
state is right
My
now.
position here involves
Yeah,
a
really
degree
fucked up.
of...
It's
She is
pretty
our
fucked
spy
up.
master.
Especially I read a longer article about the development of Anthem that was super fucked up. Like I'm amazed that game came out as good as it is, honestly.
You guys still play Anthem?
Not really.
Okay.
I beat it, and the end game started to kind of bore me. It's not as good as a lot of other games of that type's end game.
I dodged the bullet right there.
No one else even bought it. No one else even beat it. Which sucks, because like I actually had a very good time like with going through the actual story of it, and like the first part of playing it was fun, but then there's not enough mission variety to keep it interesting once you're just repeating the same missions over and over. So I mean, it was like if you don't treat it like a game that you're supposed to play for hundreds of hours, it's pretty fun for the first 40, 60 hours. I think you have your phone on the cord.
Huh?
You have your phone on the cord again.
Oh. Can you hear me now?
No, it's still making that buzzing noise.
Can you hear me now?
It sounds like you have a razor, like electric razor going right next to the mic.
Oh, fuck. Alright. Well, I'm about to go use the restroom anyway, and then when I come back, tell me about the mishaps of BioWare.
Alright, we'll
That's
do.
an impressive bunch of titles.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
Can't you simply ignore them?
If only that were possible.
Some are calling you, a dwarf, the Herald of Andraste. That frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading.
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
I'm no herald of anything, particularly not Andraste.
I'm sure the Chantry would agree.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign.
And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
They aren't more concerned about the breach, the real threat.
They do know it's a threat. They just don't think we can stop it.
The Chantry is telling everyone you'll make it worse.
There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
She's asked for me. You don't think that could be an ambush?
I doubt it. From what I know of her, she's a kind soul, and not the sort to involve herself in violence. You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
We'll post soldiers a safe distance from the temple.
Our best guess at safe, anyway.
Let us begin. Let's see what we have.
To work?
The Inquisition cannot remain, Ambassador, if you can't prove it was founded on Justinian's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked his life to slow the magic of the breach. Master Kadash, this is the Marquis d'Aurelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. House d'Aurelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
This is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the Chantry.
My wife, Lady Machin of Denmark, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of Ferelden. We were honored to lend this use to Divine Justinia. She was a woman of supreme merit. I will not let an upstart order remain on her holy grounds.
Interesting, considering the Inquisition was begun by the left and right hands of the Divine.
I've seen no written records from Sister Liliana or Seeker Penticus that Justinia approved the Inquisition.
If you won't take her at her word, I'm afraid Seeker Pentagast must challenge him to a duel.
What?
It is a matter of honor among the Navarrans. Shall I arrange the bout for tonight?
No, no. Perhaps my reaction to the Inquisition's presence was somewhat hasty.
We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
I'll think on it, Lady Montilyet. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
Do the Durelions actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite our Ferelden relations, the Durelions are our legions. If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his behalf. Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
I'm so pleased the Marquis isn't tossing us out into the cold.
His Grace is only the first of many dignitaries we must contend with.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
May I ask what brought you to work for the Inquisition?
Sister Leliana approached me. We've been acquainted for quite some time. For better or worse, being the Inquisition's diplomat has become as interesting as she promised.
What sort of dealings have you
Hey,
had with
Kevin.
nobility?
Yo.
For some years, I was the
Is
royal
it still making that sound?
ambassador from Antiva
No,
to
not anymore.
The nobility of
Okay.
Tejas is a rather singular
Hooray.
thing. Those I'm not
I
acquainted
just,
with, I know from
just hit up my roommate on accident.
Hang on, sorry, I'm getting a call from Jess. Hello.
Hello, what is the magical door code?
Oh, it's pound 4994.
Sorry, say that again?
Pound 4994.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Do you remember the room number?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see you in a minute. Bye.
Hey, Jesse's there.
Hey, she's here.
All right then. Well, I'll see you at the get together.
Yeah, I'll see you then, man. Alright. Will do. Talk to you later.
But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.